Alright, I'm on the river. I was gonna do an intro video and I was walking and I walked up onto this nice little washout here. This looks really good. But anyway, I'm out of the woods, ate me a hamburger, drank me some coffee and stuff, and I'm ready to go. Got the sifter. We're gonna sift. It's my birthday, so I'm looking all day. I got some pretty good finds previously. There's another deer skull. That one didn't have antlers on it. There's the whole carcass. But anyway, found lots of cool shotgun shells and got some real old ones today, and a couple I don't have. You'll see that next. I always do the arrowhead hunting first because that's what I started my channel with. You can see the rock coming out there. But I'm gonna get down here and do my best to find an artifact on my birthday. It's gonna happen because I'm gonna stay till I find something. If I stay till dark, it's what's happening. But this is a good spot. But if I usually stay an hour, I can usually get at least something. So hopefully I don't blank and I get something nice today. Later. Man, look at this. Wow. Well, anyway, later. Alright, I'm back. I'm in the same place that I was at yesterday and sifted the point and found one laying out. The water came up just a little bit, maybe 4 or 5 inches, and it's really washed up higher, especially where I took sifting stuff yesterday, and I got something work laying out here. It looks like a point, but I can't tell. It's right here. You can see the edge of it here. I don't know what this is. I took pictures of it just a second ago, and we're gonna flip it out. Looks like a blade or something. Oh man. Huh. I think that's a lancelet. Look at that. Look at that material. It's like green. Man, that's a Paleo lance, I would guess. Might be ground a little in there. I'll have to look at it when I get home. It's ground on the base. It's kind of rough, but that's actually pretty nice. You can't beat that for laying out. Man, that's weird. Pretty nice point. Huh. Well, anyway, I'll get back at you. That's not a bad find. See if we got any translucency. Nah, it's might be black canal. I can't tell. I'll show you better pictures of it, real close-ups and stuff later. Alright, here's what I have so far. I have this Paleo looking point, and I've looked at it more. I think it's what it is. It's just a lance, and it's just an average one, but it's still pretty nice. It's a Paleo point, I would say. And I found all these flakes walking it. This one's got work on that one edge. It's like a little Buren flake edge there for a sharp point. It's a tool, and I got that arrowhead walking. I haven't done much screening, but I'm going to go back and do some screening now. That's not bad for a walk. You'll see my multi-teching stuff later in this video. Later. Alright, right in there's where I found that point laying out. It looks Paleo. I'll put up some information on it too. But a barge just went by, and you can see, look at the erosion happening right now. All new stuff after 2 or 3 barges come by. The look. Amazing. Look at this. Sucking this mud and stuff right off and exposing the rock. That's how I find points. This erosion. And high banks. Later. right, I'm just getting headed up in the woods with the detector. But yesterday I found them point sifting and laying out, and I forgot to show you the rest of it. Here's some of the flint I found. Nice gray river pebbles, some black stuff. I forgot to show it at the end of the video. I was tired. I also did some metal detecting, but I didn't find much. A 1982 penny. It's a memorial. Nothing great. But I found a penknife a long time ago in an old house yard. It had a bone handle. I went back over the area again and got a deep hit. It's just barely squeaking. Piece of metal on it there, but I got another piece of the handle. I'll have to put that up in here. Get that out. Get this stuff out of here. And I'm gonna go up in the woods. I'll get back on my first find later. Alright, man, I walked up on another turtle shell. I think honestly what's happening to these birds, these turtles, is the eagle population was reintroduced here. I see an eagle once a week flying in the air. They're really hitting hard on the leatherback water turtles. I see a lot of their bones on the river when I'm arrowhead hunting. Their beaks are so strong they can come right through the shells, and they're killing them and eating them. And I think that's what's happening here. Every one I found's on its back like this. But another one, I don't know, I found like 6 of these in the past couple months. See, here's the pieces that all fell off, but we'll take this. I'll just take these pieces off. I'll probably incorporate this in, paint it, and make some kind of art piece with it. I've got enough now to put 2 together and make a Indian rattle with like a deer leg bone. You can use it on this end, stick the deer leg bone in, make a real awesome Indian rattle and paint it. Later. Well, I'm walking out through the woods, and over there I can see clearly a deer skull with both antlers on it. So what a find. Hang that on the wall. Check this out. Wow, that's a nice set of rack too. Look at that. That's a nice rack. And there's the jaw too. Look at that. There's the deer jaw with all the teeth. That's cool. And just itself, look how complete that is. I'll clean this all up. That'll make something cool. I'm gonna take it later. Alright, I'm back. Right here, it was about that deep. About up to my wrist. I don't know, 4 or 5 inches deep. And I can see UMC on it. And this is another one of them old ones. And after I get off this hill, I can't find these ones that are just UMC. And this looks like a good one. It looks like it has a design on the shell. And you know, I'm only finding them on this hill. I've been on many other ones, and I can't find these real early, these ones that are late 1800s, but they're all over this hill. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and I'm gonna show you. I think this is an awesome one. Later. All right. This is either the star or the flower design, and it's the UMC company New Club 12 gauge. Man, and it's perfect. It's an old paper shotgun shell from the late 1800s. I will show pictures and maybe give a little bit more information on the company this time. This is the first good one of the day, and it's my birthday today. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna be out all day arrowhead hunting after I get out of the woods, but I'm gonna be here for hours. Later. Alright, I got a hit here. This is probably a shell, but I'm in a real rocky area on a flat overlooking the town and the river. Try to do this one live. It's not very deep. Last time I did this, thought I had a good hit, and it was a damn pull tab. Looks like it right there. Ooh, and it looks like an old one. Let me get it cleaned off. You can't see nothing. Look at the patina on that. Can't even tell what it is, but I'll brush it here and get it cleaned. Pick at it, and I'll be back here in a minute. Later. Alright, this one is another old one. says UMC company at the top and new club at the bottom, and it's 12. It's clearly legible, and this is an old one. I'll put up some information on these somewhere in the video. I'll do some more research on them tonight, but these are old ones. Remington bought this place, UMC company, somewhere in the early 1900s. I'm not exactly sure. I've read about it before, but I forget. But anyway, I'm on a roll on these old ones, and it's the same hill I found all the other ones on. Later. Alright, this is an old one. You can see the crimp design around it. Down in by this real pretty creek, way out in this hollow. Hear that old crow, he's been following me all around, squawking at me. Here he comes again. See him up there? Well, anyway, I'm gonna clean this off. This might be a Peters one later. Alright, I'm getting some cool ones today. I've never even heard of this one, and I've never found it before. And I'm walked into a different hill today. I'm off the real good hill. I'm on the one next to it. This one says American at the top and Eagle at the bottom, number 12. Has a cool design around it, and it's an old peeper shell. It'll look great in the display. Awesome find. Later. Well, evidently I got this guy with them American Eagle shells shot twice. Because right there's the first one, right here's the second one he shot. Twice right in this valley. You know this is a peeper shell. They stopped making them in 1960. I'll clean this one off, but he was shooting. I'm standing right where he was probably 100 years ago, however old this was. 20s, 30s probably. Anyway, I'll clean it off, show you. Yep, it is, same hunter, American Eagle 12. This one's in nicer shape. It's got that nice crimp design around it, an old paper shell. Good find. This will look great in display. Don't have it and found 2 in a row. Later. Yes, I'm on a different hill, and I might have worked up another home site. This was extremely deep, and look, that's a spoon bowl, and this could be silver. Can't tell. It's ringing up awful good. I think that is. I think it's old silver. It's real old silver. That's a good find. It's my birthday. That's silver, and it's old silver. That's been in the ground a long time. There's no doubt it's silver. Well, anyway, I'll get it cleaned up and show you at the end. Awesome find. Hopefully I can get onto some good stuff later. But this was ringing up. I'm above a real old town. You can see I'm right here in this. There's a spring coming right out of the side of the hill right there. And I saw some evidence of old farming activity. And right here, I figured it was iron, and it was giving off a good reading. I figured it might be a horseshoe or something like that, and I think it is. It's right here. Oh yeah, and it's a cool style. Look at this. Oh man, that's nice. Really patinated. Nice find. All right, man, I'll get that cleaned up. It looks cool. Heck, it looks like it has a star on it right there in the metal. I'll get this cleaned up later. I got this one that you can't tell what it is. It looks like a real old one. And that makes me wonder, seeing that big pine tree over there, that's been planted in here, and this is a flat. I'm gonna look around real good. I don't see any house foundations, but it looks like somebody might have been up here. But I'll get this cleaned up and show you. This might be a good one later. One of them old ones, Remington UMC at the top, number 12, and Nitro Club at the bottom, and it's in real nice shape, and these are real heavy ones. I'll clean them up and show pictures at the end. I'm getting a nice selection of old ones today. Later. Alright, found this big pile of rocks in the middle of the woods on a flat above a creek. I've detected all around it. There's no metal in the ground whatsoever, and I would say this is an Indian mound. A rock mound. This is piled in here. Could be farmer stuff, but I've never seen a pile this big. It's huge. I'd say this is something Indian. And there's Indians all over this hill I'm on. But the leaves are all on the ground, or otherwise I'd have found an arrowhead in the woods by now. Gotta wait till summer, but then there's ticks, so. Well, anyway, later. Got a rare one. These are hard to find. It's P.C. period, C period at the top, and leg. It says leg at the bottom. It's a 12 gauge, and PCC stands for Peters Cartridge Company, and those were made in Cincinnati, Ohio. And this is pre-1940. The factory built down in 1940. This is an early one. I'll put up pictures. This is a good find. Later. I'm way out in the woods. I just got a pretty nice hit here, and it's a little fired musket ball. You can see it's hit something. It's flat. It's lead. Later. I'll put up some pictures of this place too, but I got a coin right below these rock faces in the middle of the woods. It's right there. I can't tell what it is yet. I'll clean it up here and let you see. Later. It's an old wheat cent from the 30s, and it looks like it's been shot several times. I'll put up pictures. It's got 3 like holes in it. It looks like somebody, well, it says 1950 something, but it's definitely a wheat cent. It looks like it has 3 bullet hole marks in it. Later. Alright, I just got a little like Shriner's pin or button. I think it's a button. It has a Shriner's, I think. I'm not sure. It has some kind of seal on it. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get it cleaned up later. Shoot pictures by this mud hole. Wonder how that got here. Later.